Or back with chapter 7 or 9. It talks about Esther reveals Haman's plot. Chapter 7 says, So the king and Haman went in to feast with Queen Esther. On the second day, as they were drinking at wine after the feast, the king again said to Esther, What is your wish, Queen Esther? It shall be granted to you. And what is your request? Even to the half of my kingdom it shall be fulfilled. And Queen Esther answered, If I have found favor in your sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be granted me for my wish, and my people for my request. Her people is, of course, the Jews. For we have been sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be killed, and to be annihilated. If we had been sold merely as slaves, men and women, I would have been silent, for our affliction is not to be compared with the loss to the king. And King Ahasuerus said to Queen Esther, Who is he, and where is he, who has dared to do this? And Esther said, A foe and an enemy, this wicked Haman. And Haman was terrified before the king and the queen. She caught him off guard, basically. Haman wasn't expecting it. And, the perfect plan was to bring Haman in front of the king and have Haman exposed for what he had done in front of the king. Haman is hanged. Then the king arose in his wrath from the wine drinking and went into the palace and garden. But Haman stayed to beg for his life from Queen Esther, for he saw that harm was determined against him by the king. And the king returned from the palace garden to the place where they were drinking wine, as Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was. And the king said, Will he even assault the queen in my presence, in my own house? As the word left the mouth of the king, they covered Haman's face. Then Harbona, one of the eunuchs in attendance on the king, said, Moreover, the gallows that Haman has prepared for Mordecai. See, mainly Haman dug his own grave. Whose word saved the king is standing at Haman's house, 50 cubits high. And the king said, Hang him on that. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai, and the wrath of the king abated or was ceased. So, chapter 7, basically Esther reveals Haman's plot to kill the Jews, which then ticks off the king. The king has Haman hung for what he had did. It's chapter 7, maybe chapter 8 will be next.